Hello guys, welcome to my shed. I'm trying to build an overhead rig, a camera rig that hopefully should work. I've been using this, I don't know what you call this. It's like a springy, flexible arm that I can hold my iPhone in, and that's quite wobbly as you can see. Yeah, and every time I use it, I have to like flex it and I have to adjust it for I don't know how much long it takes, about a lifetime to get the right angle. So what I've decided to is get something done like in wood. Hopefully, I'm trying to build this an overhead camera rig that hopefully should work. So if I take my um, videos from a top angle, so you see what is happening just right under the camera, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to build that. I don't know if that's going to work. I think it should work. I've cut these two. Can you see this? Yeah. So these two equal length timbers, which will act as one of the top tables, if you can call it, and that's where the camera is going to rest. And these two will be then resting on this, which will make it like a square top, and the phone can sit on top of it. I'll have to figure a way out to find how the phone is actually going to see through that gap, because this is a block of wood. So that's more work. So let's see how it goes. I've just finished cutting these two blocks of timber, and I'm cutting this. I've actually cut one here as well. Wow. Whoops. By the way, that's my wide format printer, which is like a 1.6 meter wide solvent printer. That's one part which goes and sits on top of these two logs of wood. That's my saw. I know the place, it's a bit wonky. There's not enough space inside this shed, but I'm just trying to make use of the place that I've got available at the moment. I'm going to try and cut the second part, which is this. I've actually just started cutting it here. I don't know if you can see this. There's too much light in here. Yeah, see all that saw going down? Sawdust actually. Yeah, let me finish cutting that and see how it goes. Bear with me. I think I need to hold this, otherwise the other bit is just going to fall down. Just go a bit slow. Shake off that extra dust. So now we got two equal pieces. They look equal, I think. Yeah, they're nearly equal. That will work. Two pieces of wood here. That can be used sometime else. I don't know when. I'll leave it there. So it's going to look like something like this. Let's get some extra space around this place. Yeah, guys. So the idea is to have something like this built. So that forms the top of the rig. If that's how it's going to look, with the other bit sticking on the other side. So this goes on top, it gets lifted, and yeah, I can use probably legs that come, we can probably buy in IKEA. Legs for tables, buy 4 legs, fit them on these 2 planks, so it stands like a empty table on top of this table, and I can hopefully fit my camera on top, so it looks down, and I can then record all my overhead videos. I'm going to build this now. I'm actually trying to record it on my phone, and it keeps switching me off after, I don't know, what, 3 minutes of recording a video. That's pretty weird. I thought an iPhone 7 Plus should actually record as much as I can, which is not the case. So what happens is it records for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then it kind of says, hey, this is switched off, you need to start another part of the video. So that actually is more work for me, because then I have to bring all these bits and pieces of videos together to make one big video, and my video editing sucks. Trust me, it's pretty bad. So that's another part which is I have to do. Then I have to probably get in touch with some of my friends and try to make these clips together, so it makes like one big video which shows how I made this I don't know what to call it, really elementary overhead camera rig. So hopefully it goes well, and I'll be able to fix this piece together, and hopefully get some time to get all the videos together to make one big clip, put it on YouTube, show it to you guys, and see what you feel. What do you feel about it? Yeah, it's probably going to take me another half an hour. Let me do that. I'll come back to you. See you guys. Bye. Hello guys. I'm just going to start getting this piece of kit together. That's fully charged. Need to get some drill bits, some screws, and get this piece done together. Give me 5 minutes. Hello guys. So my drill bit is ready here. I've got some screws that I need to bring this and put this piece together. Let's start. I'm pretty bad with DIY work, by the way, but I had to do this because I had no other way out. So let's see how it goes. And if it looks really bad, just sit back and enjoy. That was all right. Let's get some holes together first. Sorry. So that's one side done. Let's look at this one. That wasn't bad, all right. It was pretty good so far. So let's get the where's the bit that screws everything together? Where's that thing now? That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, let's try putting the screws together. These are pretty long, so they will go through this. They will go through this wood, and they will sit flat on this second part of the wood, which is that. Okay, just making sure it's not coming out from the other side. It looks pretty all right. Let's do the other one. Just nice and straight. That's all right. Let's do the other side now. All these YouTube videos that you see of people doing things, it looks so easy. It's bloody hard actually. That's a good one. Hey, that's one side done. That looks pretty awesome, isn't it? Let's do the other side. That is easy actually. And I didn't do this for a very long time, thinking that this is going to be such a tough job, and I'll probably have to bring in some of my friends to get this thing done for me. And I was just sitting on it for like a few months without doing this. This is such an easy thing to do. You just need a bit of effort and probably a bit of hard work, and a bit of commitment, I guess, and a bit of seriousness that you need to do this and get it out of the way so you can do your job, which is making YouTube videos. So let's get this thing out of the way. I think if you're trying to do something like this, I'm not sure if you've got all the tools. Don't try to buy stuff, borrow it from somebody. Get this timber. You don't need to buy the timber. I didn't buy this. This was just lying in my shed for such a long time, probably about two to 3 years, but I never used it. So I just picked up something that was lying around, Got some screws. I had this tool. I don't know, I bought this about a couple of years ago. So I didn't buy anything. I mean, technically I bought it, but I didn't buy anything to make it now. This was like bought for something else. So that paid for itself already. So I'm not spending more money on this. I'm actually just spending some of my time and a bit of showing a bit of seriousness to the job and trying to get this thing done. Okay. Okay. So that's the next bit. So once you've done it on one side, you know pretty easy that this is something that you've done on one side, and you kind of learn where you have to apply pressure and when you don't have to apply too much pressure. So you just learn as you go. If you're thinking this is hard stuff, it's not hard, it's easy. See? I was trying to drill it with the reverse mechanism in it. How will that work? That won't work. Okay. Let's get these screws in now. Good stuff. Cool. I think the idea is not to apply too much pressure right from the start. Just do it slowly and it goes all in. Just make sure it doesn't screw into the table, so that, because just make sure these screws are not long. They're probably the right size. If they're long, they go straight into the table and they get fixed forever. You don't want that to happen. That's done. I'm sweating. I'm probably sweating for the first time in so many years. I don't go to gym, by the way. My wife keeps telling me to go to the gym. I've just put on so much weight, but this job is making me sweat, which is quite good actually. How does that look? Woohoo! And this is how it works. So that's the top of it. I know that's a very big gap for a camera phone to sit on top. Or we'll probably get something fixed here on top, so the phone just sits here and just records everything that's going on at the bottom. So it goes all the way up, and you get all these legs down here. These are the IKEA legs I was talking about, and that's your overhead camera rig. Pretty basic, but I think it works. Now I need to get the legs together. I know I've got some extra IKEA legs in my cellar, I guess. So I'll have to go and find them. It'll probably take me another 10-15 minutes. I don't know where they are. I'll have to probably go and search for them. That's what usually happens. If I need something, I'll start searching. Yeah, give me about 10-15 minutes. If I get the legs, I'll start recording the videos again. Otherwise, it'll have to be tomorrow. Good night, guys. Hello, guys. So these are the legs I was talking to you about. These are the 4 legs that goes and sits on top of the frame. Now, I thought I was getting seriously lucky so I could build everything tonight. I found these 4 legs, but as luck would have it, I've got only one of these round plates. This is where the poles go and sit. The poles go and sit on these. So I've got only one of these, but I've got 4 poles. So I need to find 3 more of these round plates, which probably have to be, I think probably have to be a trip to IKEA tomorrow to get 3 of these in place. So it's not going to happen tonight, definitely. This is what happens normally. You think everything's going to happen now, and you try your best to do it, something like this comes up. You've got no control over it. This is like 9 o'clock in the night. You can't go anywhere. You don't need to go anywhere. It is important, but it's not that important. You can wait until tomorrow, so I'll make a trip to IKEA tomorrow, get 3 of these So we get 4 in total. We've got the 4 legs sorted, and we get the frame ready for tomorrow, and probably at least produce one video with an overhead camera. So I still need to figure out how I'm going to place that camera on top of this gap. So probably would have to be a strip of metal or something, or maybe a piece of wood that just lets the phone sit on top and records everything that goes on in the bottom. For now, I think I'll just try to fix this one leg. I'm not going to record that. It's pretty silly, seriously. But I'll do everything tomorrow. So that probably should be the end of the video. Apart from the middle bit of piece of wood that goes and sits to let the camera rest on top. See you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Hello guys. I think you won't believe what I'm telling you. I found one of these now, like in 10 minutes. You see all that shit in my shed? There's so much stuff lying around. I don't know where to find what. So I was just looking underneath this desk, and I found 2 of these tubes pre-fixed with these round caps. I don't know what you call them. But still we have a problem, because I've got now one leg which is fixed there. You can see that. If you can see, I have not put the screws all tight, because the width, the height of this block of wood is not that much. So if I screw it all the way in, it's going to stick. The screws are going to stick out of this gap here. We don't want that. Somebody might get injured. That somebody is probably me. So we don't want to do that. So we got one leg here. We got one more here, which will probably take this leg. We still have a problem, because I'm missing one of these. One more. We need the 4th one. That thing is what is going to make me to go to IKEA tomorrow, and that sucks. Okay guys, I'll fix these. I'll bring the 4th leg, the 4th column, if you can call it. I'll bring that tomorrow, fix it, and probably you will see version 1. I can probably call it an MVP of an overhead camera rig. Yeah, it looks all right to me. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think it should work. That gap, I've made it big because one thing, you can always keep something in the middle here, so you can place your phone, which is like this, so it sits there. Or if you want to place a DSLR, which is probably quite big, which is quite bulkier than a phone, this gap should still allow something like a DSLR to sit here, and probably some lights to go on these frames here. So that's why I probably made that gap a bit bigger. And also because these got legs, it's like an empty table. You can always carry it around. I can probably take this out of my shed, bring it to my study room. My son can. I think he's also a bit crazy like me. He wants to do his own YouTube videos. He's already done a couple of videos. So I think he can use this as well. He does a lot of sketching and drawing and stuff, and he would love this. He hasn't seen this yet. He'll love this if he sees this. So that's the story till now. You see that box? That was my son's box. I nicked it from him because I needed something like this. He used to keep all his pens and pencils and color brushes and color pens and all that. You won't believe what I keep inside these. Hey. Now I get to put all this rubbish inside this. All the nails, the cutters. I don't know what these are. They look cool. Maybe I can use them somewhere here, probably to hang a light or something. Not sure. But you can always look out for these things. These are the things that you guys don't need to buy. You will always find something that looks silly and something that looks clever in your house. And probably you can use it somewhere. Don't buy anything. You will probably have all this stuff lying around somewhere. Use it. Don't buy stuff. Yeah, so that's what I use this box for. That's good. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I've put a screen here. I don't know when I put this. This was probably a year ago. I never used it. So I could actually stand there and talk about stuff. Yeah, but that never came to use. So I think probably once these things start happening, I think also I can start using that background more often. So that's the big printer I was talking to you about. That's pretty much it. All those white marks on the shed, You know what those are. So those are like gaps in the wood which we tried to fill up with some white filler, and we completely forgot to kind of give it a good paint of varnish or something. So it looks like these are patch marks on the wood. Yeah, but they look cool. That's all right. Okay, guys, I don't want to bore you anymore. Let's meet up tomorrow and see how this thing looks. I'll probably be even fixing the camera thing on the middle and see how it works with a phone fitted on top of it. So see you guys, and good night. Bye-bye. Guys, hi. I know it's been a long time since I spoke to you about the overhead camera rig. It's all been done. I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you guys for a very long time, actually. It's been a busy few weeks actually in the past, and I've been busy with a lot of things, work, some side projects going on. But the overhead camera rig is nearly ready. I'm not sure if you guys would actually like it, but it actually works for me. So I've recorded a few videos with the overhead camera rig, and it works perfectly fine. And if you want to have a look at it, this is how it looks. That's my phone attached to it. I tried my best to actually work out what can be put on top to actually hold this phone so that it points downwards. I have still not been able to figure out what can actually be there. Something that can be taken on and off, something that's not completely fixed. So, for instance, if you want to place a DSLR camera on top, I want something that's flexible enough to be used for both a camera and a phone, like an iPhone. So that's how it looks for now, and I've got these two flexi hands at the moment, and yeah, don't mind about this. What I tried to do was I got these two LED strips, so I thought this would actually work out as something that the light can point downwards, and it would help me get the video in a bit more clear way, so with more lighting actually, but that didn't really work out. So I've just taped these now. I'm not using these. I have to find something else. I'll probably look out for something like this, which is this. This is like a proper video light, but that's again is too bright probably for such a small space. I'm still trying to figure out how the lighting can be done, but the video works perfectly alright. I've done a few videos looking from the top, and they work fine. And I've put them on YouTube as well, and you can actually find those videos down in this blog post. So have a look at the whole video. The whole video is now complete. So right from the time when I started fixing, and I was moaning about these legs not being found. So yeah, have a look through the whole video. I think it probably runs to about 25 minutes and more. It's a bit long, but you'll get a fairly good idea if you watch the whole video and see how I made the overhead camera rig. It's an MVP, but it works. It's got 4 legs. It can stand, and it does the job. Hope you guys like it. If you want to know how or what I'm working on at the moment and what I'm planning to do with this camera rig, put your comments on below and we'll chat. See you guys. Bye.